Hey, I'm Siri, and I'm gonna walk you through... Actually, one second, I forgot to feed my carbuncle. Oh. Yeah, he's mad. While I try and not get devoured by my carbuncle, I'm gonna walk you through Abyssos, the 5th circle, one of the new raids provided in Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, let's get started. Alright, first up the boss is gonna jump to one corner of the arena and cast Searing Ray, a large frontal AoE that all party members need to be behind the boss to avoid. He will then cast Ruby Glow, a moderate damage raid wipe that also cuts the arena in half with a light barrier. The boss will then cast another Searing Ray. All party members need to be on the opposite side of the barrier from the boss to avoid the reflected attack. The carbuncle will then try and eat your tank with the tank buster known as Crunch. Trust me, this will not be the last time he tries to do this. He will then cast Topaz Stones, dropping 4 yellow stones with AoEs around them. Avoid them to avoid taking damage. He will then cast Ruby Glow, but this time he's actually going to split into 4 quadrants. He's also going to cast Topaz Stones, dropping 2 stones in 2 random quadrants. Avoid being in those quadrants to avoid taking damage. He will then cast Sonic Howl, another raid wipe that deals moderate damage. After that Sonic Howl, you will have a repeat of Searing Ray and Crunch, and then he will do another Sonic Howl, leading into the stage transition. As the boss starts glowing red, that's when he casts Acidic Slaver. It's going to be the stage transition ability that stun locks all party members and allows the boss to mess around in the cutscene. Once out of the cutscene, the boss will then cast Ruby Glow again, splitting the arena into 4 quadrants. He will also cast Topaz Stones, this time dropping 3 of them. Only 1 quadrant will be safe at this time. Make sure you're in that quadrant to avoid taking damage. Now this is where the boss gets a little toxic. He's going to add in a new tank buster called Toxic Crunch, adding a poison debuff to your tank. It's not going to increase damage too much, so heal is necessary. He will then cast Venom Squall, placing AoEs underneath every party member. Move out of these to avoid damage. He will then cast Venom Rain, placing AoEs on every party member. Do not overlap these to avoid extra damage. He will then cast Venom Pool, where you will want to stack with your party to share damage, shield and heal as necessary. You will then cast Sonic Howl, another moderate damage raid wipe. You will then move into Topaz Stones. This one is a little unique. It will drop 3 green stones, with toxicity expanding from them. Wait for the yellow stone to explode, then move into where it was to avoid the toxic puddles. Next up is Devour. It will create several blue towers and a red tower across the arena. The red tower will move to the blue ones in the order that the boss will jump to them, creating AoEs wherever he lands. If you happen to be in one, the boss will then eat you. At the end, he will spit you out, because apparently you didn't taste very good, but it will kill you in the process. The boss will then cast Ruby Glow, splitting the arena into 4 quadrants again. The Topaz Stones in this instance will be a little different. They will drop in a random order amongst all 4 quadrants. Make sure you move into the quadrant with the first stone that dropped after it exploded to avoid taking damage from the rest. The boss will then move into Searing Rage, jumping to one corner of the map. Make sure you're behind him to avoid the attack. Alright, we're near the end of the fight, so buckle up, we only have a little bit left to go. So the boss is going to move into Ruby Glow, dealing more moderate raid-wide damage, splitting the arena in half. He will then drop 2 Topaz Stones, one of the Venom and one of the normal. Move to the opposite side of the arena from the Venom to dodge it, while staying on the opposite side of the Topaz Stone to avoid its reflected attack. Now the boss will then jump to the other side of the barrier. Move to the opposite side of the barrier to avoid the Searing Ray. And there we are. That's all the fight. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer them. As for now, it looks like my carbuncle's happier, so I shouldn't worry about getting eaten. No, still savage.